part 2. I've asked them to please introduce themselves again and tell you how very important they are. Benita, how are you? Happy to have you back.
Thank you. Thanks. My name is Benita Benitez, and I'm the founder of Global Slavery Remembrance Day. And I work closely with the United Nations and UNESCO with establishing the date set aside for International Day for the Remembrance of the Victims of Slavery, as well as International Day for the Revoke of the Abolition of the Slave Trade. And I also have a book that's coming out, and it's called Seeds of Civil War Are Sown, which were sown in Hampton, Virginia in 1619 by their arrival.
Benita, thank you so much. Thank you. Well, hello, Chef. How are you?
Hello, Miss Esther. How are you? Queen
Great.
Esther is who I call you.
That's right.
Absolutely, Queen Esther. I am Chef Cassandra Armstrong, and I'm CEO and President of Chef Cassandra's Culinary Concepts. We are a total culinary concept provider, service provider, where we specialize in catering, mentoring, and teaching, as well as consulting for your better health.
Absolutely. Hello, Sharon.
Hi, Esther. How are you?
Good.
Thank you for having me.
Thanks for coming back.
I appreciate it. I'm Sharon Igiyabor, and I have Igiyabor Expressions, public relations, media relations firm. We do strategic planning, marketing, business consulting. We'll write your news releases, your news articles. We'll get your media advisories out. We'll help you do whatever you need to do with editorial content, videography, and other sorts of communication.
Full service.
Full service.
Great. Thank you so much. As you know, this past year on the Esther Davis Show, we actually ran a contest for spokesmodels. And these spokesmodels have been models, and they talk very well, so they will be hosting portions of the Esther Davis Show. So the winner of the 2009 spokesmodel was Miss LaKenya Moss. How are you?
I'm great. I'm
Great.
great.
So tell us about your first project, because she's going to be hosting shows and she's going to actually be doing her own research and her own subject matter. So what are you doing?
My first subject is bringing awareness to sexual abuse in the home, trying to help prevent it before it even gets, too far out of hand, because it's a silent thing. So we trying to make parents aware. Look at the signs. Talk to your kids, communicate with them. So.
And you really want to stay tuned for her segment. I think the first one, along with her husband, Julius, because you have 5 children.
Yes.
2 of them were abused by your husband,
My ex-husband.
your ex-husband, who's now in prison.
Yes.
And she was unaware of the signs. So now she's ready to talk about it. You don't want to miss any of her story and any of her segments. But thank you so much, okay?
Thank you.
Thank you. Miss Stephanie Ward, hey!
How are you?
It's good to have you down here with us from East Oklahoma.
Plano's not that
Plato.
far. My name is Stephanie Ward, and I'm with Redline Media. It's an internet marketing and a public relations company with an emphasis on social media. We flavor your message. And I'm also the founder of Gifts for Moms. It's a nonprofit organization that provides Christmas gifts for single moms.
Thank you, Stephanie. Hello, Miss Barbara Mason.
Hello, Esther. My name is Barbara Mason, and I'm the owner of Sound Integrity, which is an ultrasound contract business. And I'm also the owner of Dragonfly Studio Creations, where I'm a professional artist. And I have a new business called In Due Season. This is one of our products here. It's an ultrasound greeting card that records the sound chip of the baby from in the womb. It plays the baby's heartbeat, and it can be shared through families and mothers.
I just think that's too cool. Niche marketing is where the money is. Last week, we talked about 3 subjects that were important to the women. We started out with how do we work closer together. Stephanie gave us an outline of something she had experienced with African American women business owners. We talked about that. I'm going to ask her to do that again, just to give us a brief synopsis. We talked about healthcare reform from our perspective, and we also talked about a report card, our report card, on the Obama administration. In this segment of 600 Pearls, we are going to talk about violence against women. We have a new report out that says television violence against women is up. Do we need that in our society? One of the topics we're going to discuss. And the second one is the job summit that the president announced a couple of weeks ago. Stephanie, bring us up to date again, please, on the meeting that you attended about women business owners.
Yeah, the numbers are dismal. I was really shocked to find that African American women make a fraction. African American women who own businesses make a fraction of what white women who own businesses make. They said on average, an African American woman-owned business makes $37,000 a year. I think that's a little bit above poverty level, isn't it?
Yeah, a little bit.
Just slightly.
Barely.
And they say on the average, Hispanic businesses make, I think it's $56,000 a year. Asian women-owned businesses make $107,000 a year, and white women-owned businesses make $146,000 a year. That's a long way from $37,000.
Absolutely.
Long way.
And we work as many or more hours, as anybody else, but we're just coming up short.
So that's how we all got started with 600 Pearls. Where did the name come from? Well, the pearl is the only gem that is made in the ocean. The rest of the gems around the world are made either in the mountains or in soil. So we know that this is not for all women. We're just looking for the gems that were made in the water. But let's continue our conversation. Let's talk about the violence against women. Do you see a rise in the violence against women? And I know we've only got about a minute left in this segment, so we're going to have to continue this segment after I take a break. But I want you to think about, let me have one comment on, is there more violence against women on television?
Versus what? In the
Versus
80s?
what it has been in the 80s and the 90s.
I don't know. I think teenager violence have always been there. I experienced that with dating my high school sweetheart, and everything was fine in the relationship from our sophomore until we got out of high school. Once we got out of high school, he became aggressive and very physical. I got out of it by joining the military and was waiting for him the next time.
That'll solve the problem.
Yeah, so that was the 80s. That was back in 1981.
All right, let's take a break.
So
We'll come back to talk to the women about, is there more violence on television against women? Don't go away. You're watching Women Business Owners. I'm Esther Davis. I'm coming right back. Thank you.